Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what sign will you receive next and what does it mean? I've done this reading I think like twice before, but it's always fun to do. I don't know if you've seen the ones in the past. They are timeless, but here we are with a new one. And we have the Affirmators Tarot deck here, as well as the 4 options. I'll show you each one. We do have powerful planetary and energetic shifts coming soon. Sunday is the eclipse and also the full moon. I think it's a blood moon is what it's called, if you can let me know. But yeah, that I was reading that it's a very powerful time of transformation and release, among other things. So, you know, if you're into that stuff, please check it out. Because I feel like energy work always, you know, it has a powerful effect on those types of times. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to take a look into what sign or synchronicity could be coming up. I had one recently, that's why I kind of felt inspired to do this for all of you and see where you are in your path. The signs probably will be connecting with that because this year has been about transformation and really making a lot of powerful strides in our soul's path, in our soul's journey. So let's take a look here. We have the first group. Remember, this is a general reading. If you want a personal reading, the link is below. Group number 1 is the 7 chakra pendant here. It's sort of like a flower pendant. Group number 2 is the rose quartz. Sort of looks like a heart. Yeah, I mean, it is a heart. Group number 3 is the angel aura quartz tower, or I just called it angel aura quartz. Group number 4 is pyrite, the pyrite palm stone. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. If this does not resonate with you, you don't have to watch it now. Just always with your intuition. You can pause the video, but otherwise take as much time as you need and I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the 7 chakra pendant. So let's get right into it. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1. Please and thank you. Let me see if I could shuffle this way. I probably can't. Oh boy, these are gigantic. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, for group number 1, please, we're looking for the signs or synchronicities that they're going to be receiving soon. Spirit, what is your first message for group number 1? What do they need to hear regarding this question? Thank you. This has to do with a pain of the past or healing that you've done. 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords shows that there was this negative energy, darkness, pain, or wound, or trauma. And here you are, very much peaceful and content to let this go. Or it is going to be letting go soon, okay? Whichever one resonates with where you are in your path right now. The sign that you're going to be receiving is either to confirm that or to, again, let you know that it's coming or to let you know that it's even there because everybody is in a different stage. But that's what this has to do with. Spirit, can you tell us what will the sign be? I had a feeling that they would give you the meaning first, actually. Spirit, what is the sign? Thank you. They were saying for a small number of you, the month of April is or was significant in some way. I'm not sure what that's about. You can disregard that if it doesn't come to mind immediately what that was, because it could have been like somebody's birthday, a meeting, you know, something kind of relating to that month. Because I saw like April showers in my head, because I think it was this. Spirit, what is the sign? What sign will they receive next? Thank you. Group 1. Let's see if I can pull these. Oh, there it is. So some of you, like maybe half of you, you're going to receive a literal written sign. You're going to be able to see it and read it in front of your face or somewhere in eye line or whatever, right? So I see a lot of trucks all the time, you know, just on a daily basis. And I don't really take those as signs unless it's really, you know, really in my face or really kind of just, unique, I'll say. But for you guys, it could be an actual sign that is out of the ordinary, whether it has like the words. Some of you, of course, it could be something having to do with numbers. Others of you, I feel like actually these are both relevant to this reading. So it's going to be either a sign with words or something that you can otherwise read. Others of you, there is going to be something having to do with either a feather, or it could be any other type of flying creature. I did mention in my reading from a couple days ago that it could be an insect of some sort, although I'm not really feeling that for a lot of you. I feel like a feather specifically could be of some significance, or an actual bird. I don't really get the vibes of insect, like I said, but for some of you that could be the case. Like, actually, come to think of it, this morning I did see a white moth, which connected with my sign from yesterday. So for you guys, it could be anything that you know, kind of fits with the signs you usually receive, because I feel like they tend to stick to those things. We have here the Worlds, okay? And this card really lets us know that a cycle is closing. A cycle of a battle that was fought very well and bravely for a long time. I am seeing here butterflies, or moth-like butterflies here, so that's interesting, because I was just talking about flying creatures, but again, it really could be any number of creatures, but the something with flight or feathers was specifically there. So this is, I think, more along the lines of what does it mean? And I'm trying to see if I'll get a more specific sign for you. But this is going more so back into the meaning of things. There is going to be a feeling within you, an actual regular old feeling. Could be an intuition, of course. And it's going to be telling you that it's done. Whatever is this cycle, whatever is, I would say, even these emotions that you had to deal with for a long time, you know, the heaviness of it, you're just going to know. You're going to feel it, okay? Speaking of feeling and knowing, if you happen to regularly have feelings and knowings, so clairsentience or claircognizance, this is going to also be a part of this whole thing. It could be either or, but I think both is going to come towards you. Now, I do feel for you guys that 3 days from when you're watching this will be of some type of significance. I just don't know if it's going to be everything all at once, or it's going to be, you know, like multiple things, but they did say 3 days from now, from when you're watching this, okay? So we'll see. You can always let me know what's going on there. The color white did come through here because of the Page of Pentacles card here. Okay, so the color white, I did mention white moth before. Not that that's, you know, unique for everyone here. It just could be a possibility of what's coming. What else, please? What do they need to know? What is the sign that they'll be receiving next? Thank you. I do feel like there's going to be sort of multiple things. I don't know if it's just going to be one sign. I feel like it's always unfolding bit by bit, at least for you guys. Spirit, what else do we need to know about this topic, this question? Thank you. For group number 1. I have this distinct feeling that there's a lot of energy wanting to come through. It's almost like I wanted to take every single little thing. Like, there was so many details that was coming through, but I didn't want to overwhelm the reading. I don't know if that's how things have been unfolding for you lately, but it was a lot of information. So we have here 9 of Swords. Pretty much what they're saying here is there's really there's nothing to fear anymore, especially because this cycle is coming to an end. I think that whatever was going on in this cycle was a big cause of your fear and anxiety about either your path or, of course, that specific situation it could be. So being that this is coming to a close, there really is nothing to fear anymore. Or they're trying to tell you, hey, it's okay. Like, you're safe, it's okay, let this come to an end, let your energy release this, and everything is going to be okay. It is going to be more peaceful, for sure, okay? What else do we need to know about the sign that they'll receive next? Is there any other specific signs or details? The letter B could be significant for only some of you because I saw the blue and I saw the letter B there. But you know how it goes. It's kind of like we're better off, I think, just relaxing our energy and going forward and not necessarily looking too hard for signs, because that's just how it tends to work, you know, like if we're relaxed, it comes through, and not overthink it and everything. Okay, so we have here 5 of Wands, the literal 5 flying creatures here, which I think is funny. The dragonflies, and they don't look too happy here. So this is talking about a disruptance. This is going to be, I don't know if this is for all of you, but it is possible that there's going to be some type of disruptance that is mentioned a little bit more indirectly. I don't think that most of you have to deal with it directly. This is reminding me of when there's like a traffic jam or like some kind of like loud noises or almost like background noises. Reminds me of like construction work where there's just like something going on that we could consider a disruption or a distraction or something like kind of loud and cluttered in its energy. So it is hard to say, again, when this stuff will come through. There's a chance that it could happen all at once. But more realistically, I think that just as an example, you could have like 4 or 5 of the things I've mentioned in this reading all happen in the span of one day or like few days. So that's interesting. Anything else, please? What do we need to know specifically? What sign will they receive next? And what about it do we need to know? Like, what does it mean? I'll get more into that now after this card. Okay, the Ace of Wands. They said spring into action with this card. So they didn't really give me anything further about the signs. I think that's kind of it for the signs. Let me just double check if there's anything else they want to say. We have the 2 of, you know, actually, yeah, this is interesting. This is not for all of you, but for those of you that, if this resonates, I was before getting this and I didn't say it, but I saw the World card and I thought of distance. And then I have the 2 of Wands and then the Lovers. I do feel like there is something here for only some of you. If you have a loved one of any kind who is at a distance in any way, I feel like there's something there. I don't know if some of you were waiting for a sign from like this person or about this person, but I do feel like that is for some of you in this reading, if it resonates. They're indicating here that this is a person at a distance who pretty much who loves you and you love them, and there is this notion of reunion or union, obviously of like some sort of communication and some type of peaceful ending too, or peaceful outcome, I should say. So that is also involved here. Again, please take that only if it resonates, because this is definitely a message for some of you. Okay, so that I have. Now, going back to this. Okay, so here's the sign. Now, with the actual to-do list here in this card and the feather, I am curious as to what the sign is going to actually say. So again, it could be actual words that mean something to you. It could be something you've seen before. It could be an actual like phrase, wording that makes a lot of sense to you in that moment. Because this was so similar to what I saw for myself in the signs, I'll let you know that in my case, it wasn't like it wasn't, I did not receive a sign with words, although someone else did and showed it to me, so it's kind of a shared sign. But in my case, there was something different. It was lyrics, and this is something that happens a lot. So if you guys receive something with, I just feel that it's words, but in your case, I do feel that it's visual, not audible, because in my case, it was audible, but there's a connection there. So it could be like, that's just one example. Like if I see lyrics, you might see a short maybe sentence or phrase, or again, it could be even as small as like 2 words, but the way that you're going to know that this is a sign is it's because it was exactly what you were trying to confirm. Now, moving into that message, okay, remember, the battle is almost over, okay? This particular pain or wound or cycle is almost over, if not already over. And the rest of it is just recovery. Not like just recovery, but the rest of it is recovery, okay? It is going to be basically this transition. Sorry you're getting all the noise. The kids are out. School's back. So yeah, there's going to be this peace that comes from this transition. Then once you've had a sufficient break, and I would say you need a good amount of time, please give yourself enough time. Some of you, I know it's probably going to only be like a few days, a few weeks, but I was getting like 3 to 4 months is needed in order for you to really recharge your battery in some specific way. I feel spiritually, physically, and emotionally, everything, right? And then you're gonna see a complete shift here in everything. So actually, there will be more energy. Okay, I don't know. Hold on. Okay, so I think that's an interesting thing to always note is that the more time, I mean, it's an obvious thing, really, the more time that we give ourselves to properly rest and to recharge our battery, the more energy and motivation we'll have to start that new beginning. I feel that you guys have wanted this new beginning for a while, as tired as you are. And you will have it. You will have it. And I do feel that this will be different because I am seeing it. It is similar to a rebirth. You're like, because remember, it said spring into action, right? And there is something here within your own intuition. I was drawn to the moon here and the stars. There is something within your own intuition that is going to align and fit and make sense. And that's what this has to do with. Okay, so everything, as always, is connected. So Ace of Wands, new beginning, new chapter, new energy. Okay, if you've watched my readings before, this may have already happened for you, but it's kind of an ongoing process. So if you got like new beginning before, it just keeps going. It's like new chapters, you shed the old skin, it just continues in that way. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to just get like 1 or 2 more. Spirit, any final messages of what sign will they receive next and what does it mean? Any final things to look out for? We have the Justice card, 1-1. So there could be repeating numbers, like I said. This is just really showing us that something is coming into a really peaceful balance. Again, that sense is there of peace, balance, and something is kind of like evening out. But the only real clue I'm getting here as to what the sign is itself is only in one card. I mean, for the most part. The other ones only I got like brief things, but this is just a really strong thing. So let me just look into this a little bit more. They did mention stomach area, could be like your actual physical stomach or the solar plexus chakra, either one. And there could be some kind of a funny feeling that you're going to get in that area. Okay, so I got a few things just from this card. So yeah, I think the biggest one is this, the sign thing, the actual readable thing. Then in the same day, you might get a bunch of the other stuff that I mentioned. Okay, so I guess I'll just get one final card. Actually, let me just grab the tarot here. I mean, the Rider Tarot. Spirit, any final messages as to what the actual sign will be, if they can be on the lookout for this sign? If not, then final message for them. Thank you. Okay, so this one has to do with moving forward, your motion forward. It's like a green light from the universe to say go, okay, to move forward, to go forward. And that's pretty much all they're saying. The actual Page of Pentacles card itself is a card of opportunity, to say like there is an opportunity here to move forward with prosperity or abundance or positive energy. Oh, speaking of truck, I just saw the PSE&G truck. It said worry free. That's nice. I like that a lot because it was talking about that here before. So that's pretty much what they're saying. I wanted to get just a little bit something more, I guess, like, I don't know, dramatic or like something a bit more obvious, but I think that these are subtle, but it should be coming in soon. So if and when it does, please do let me know. You can come back to the comments, but that's all I have for you, Group 1. I do hope that this was helpful. I hope it made sense. If anything, please let me know. And if you would like a personal reading, like I said, the link is below. Okay, so thank you guys. Good luck with things, and good luck with the eclipse coming up, okay, if you're watching this when I'm posting it. But otherwise, sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the Rose Quartz, or the Rose Quartz Heart. So let's take a look into your energy. Spirit, this reading is for group 2. Please and thank you, Rose Quartz. Spirit, we'd like to know what is the sign that they'll be receiving next, and what does it mean? Let me just try once to shuffle this way. Spirit, can we have a starting message for this? Group 2, please. Group 2. What is the sign? What sign will they receive next? What does it mean? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guides as well, if you'd like to come through. Anyone. So from 2 of Swords, I feel a great deal of indecision. That's probably what this whole thing is about. Maybe you have been stuck in this decision for a long time, or there has been something even new that has been another indecision. Like there's been multiple things that you've been a bit undecided about or just confused about. Okay, so hopefully I'll get an answer for you actually in this reading. But I believe the next sign that you'll receive has to do with this, and has to do with either confirming your intuition of what you already know, or helping to nudge your intuition in a particular direction. Spirit, what is the sign that they'll receive next, please? Thank you. I'm following the line of the sword, like from start to finish. It was like this long line. I wonder what that could mean. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. This could mean literally, and that's why I chose this deck for this reading, because it's very different from the Rider one I usually use. And I saw a specific message on this card that I maybe normally wouldn't interpret. So I saw an actual coin. So here it kind of showed someone possibly dropping coins, which to me is a very specific thing that happens, and it's not that common for it to happen, at least not anymore. But I did feel like coins were being dropped to the ground. Alternatively, I suppose it could be cash, like bills, obviously, right? But that's not as a kind of like an obvious impact, because if the, coins, it like actually makes a noise and there's like a weight to it. So that could be part of the sign that you're going to be receiving soon, that there will be this action you see in front of you. I think it's literally going to be that action. What else do we need to know? I mean, I guess it could be anything falling to the ground that is in the shape of a coin. I remember back when I did the first reading, I remember saying some round object, but here I figured it was coins. But for those of you, it doesn't resonate that. It could be something in the shape of a coin, or something with the noise of a coin. Something clattery or jingling, or like something like that. Could be keys for some of you. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands to let us know that this is a very positive energy we're seeing, especially compared to the 2 of Swords, where I felt this confusion and hesitation, doubts, a little bit of fear, not fully, but it was there. Now, as we're moving into this, and it could be within 2 days to 2 weeks, at the max 2 months for some fewer of you, we're talking here about movement forward in a way of a lot of passion and determination, but more so something joyous, like you're really going to enjoy something soon, or maybe it has to do with the decision that you're going to make, which will lead to this sense of joy, sense of elation, because Knight of Wands is very happy about something, and also wants to like tell the world about it too, kind of announce it and stuff. What else, please, do we need to know? Three of Pentacles, yeah. I mean, we're getting really strong signs of joy as well as shared joy here. The Three of Pentacles and Cups a lot of times comes through in my readings as guides. So of course it could always be that, but there could be someone in the 3D that you are celebrating something with. Not yet, but I do think that that is something that's going to come through. It doesn't always have to be like a shared goal. Like this obviously could be something where, there's something that you're excited about. Another creepy thing that just happened now, super creepy actually, a guy was staring at me outside of the window from across the other street in his car, like staring dead at me. So I'm going to add that to the signs. So please be careful with that one. But it was like, that kind of thing where the person just stares directly into your soul. It's so creepy. Now I do remember saying that in a previous reading, okay? I remember saying that, like, you might get stared at. Someone even said to me afterwards that, like, their pet was staring right at them, and they're like, oh gosh, is that the sign? Or it happened on the subway, which I guess kind of happens. But I'm going to add that for some of you, that could be something that's happening around the same time frame, which will help to confirm what's going on. So yeah, here this is you sort of high-fiving. It literally says high 5 and high 10 on this card. So there is some shared joy there, and just like there also could be, only for fewer of you if this resonates with a situation coming up, that there's a party involved, a party or a celebration literally involved. Like let's say you already have it on your calendar. That could very much resonate with this. This feels like a planned party, not like, oh yeah, I'm going to go randomly. Like this feels like an occasion of some sort. So all of this is coming together really soon. So anything more about the actual sign that they'll be receiving, and what does it mean? Five of Wands, another, yeah, the group before you also got this one. Now, I'm not getting the same message, though. This one, I'm getting the message of a gong sound, which I thought was like, it's not every day you hear a gong sound. What could that possibly mean? It could mean, yeah, something audible. So actually, you got that twice now. You got the sound of the jingling, whether it's coins clattering or keys dropping, and then you got another one. So this one is more like of a heavy sound. This one is like, it almost is a wind chimey kind of sound. But this one was a deeper resonance. So this one, it does remind me a little bit of like a bell tower or something, where it's like a single strike sound, but it's repeating in a sense, not like this where it's like all together. So this one could still be a sound, whether it's like some sound that like shocks you awake or knocks you out of a daydream, and then you're just hearing it and you're like, I'm really tuning into this right now. It really got your attention. So those are here together. And what they're indicating with that sign is, at least with this one, they're kind of trying to say it's time. They're saying it's time, either to make a decision or to take an action or to release something. They're just indicating it's the right time. Any other messages as to what all of this means? Thank you. Group 2, Rose Quartz. Four of Wands, yeah. Your reading is so fortunate. It's getting so many blessed messages. The Four of Wands, to me, especially in this card, is everything is going to be okay. Look at how happy this is that a turtle or a tortoise? But look how happy it is. Like, and it has the tranquility kind of vibes to it as well. And you have the little soda can. Like, we're just vibing and chilling, and things are falling into place. Things are aligning, and you can just relax for a second. And we really, really need this energy after this year. So I do think that you are heading right into this. It could happen for you this month. I am posting this September 5th, 2025, because it's a timeless reading. But if you are watching at this time, I feel like it's coming towards you probably already in this month, where you're going to start to feel the shift right here of the energy from whatever was going on here to all of a sudden there's a newfound sense of peace. Okay, so again, that is wonderful news. We really need that. It's been rough. Any other specific signs that they need to know about besides the sounds? Maybe you guys are like legit clairaudient because you have 2 sound messages in a row. If not, it could just be how they are coming through. And I feel like your guides are specifically coming through in this reading, because I didn't feel compelled to ask the guides to come through in the last one. Yours, they asked, in effect, to come through. Like, they were asking me, and I kind of like, just took that invitation to invite them in. Let's see. So for that reason, one additional thing that is going to be unique to you guys is to ask your guides directly. How do you normally communicate with your guides? Is it, I don't know, like prayer, meditation, something with like the candle, tarot cards, pendulum, some type of token, jewelry, amulets, something like that, any of these things. However you tend to communicate with your guides is being called out here now, and they will answer you. I don't know if they'll do it right away, but they are asking you to sort of like directly speak to them or give them the platform or opportunity to speak to them. And so they will provide you with a feeling of warmth. Okay, this is them, the Two of Cups. They will provide you with a feeling of warmth and safety, and it's going to feel like the energy. Oh, that's actually what this was. Remember I said the line before? So that's what they just did right now. They went kind of like this. Like, so it's going to feel like a feeling of safety, like a puzzle piece falling into place. And you're like, wow, this just feels right. This feels, it just feels like it fits, and it just is. Like, it's kind of hard to even explain, but you're going to know it when you feel it. So in this particular case, the sign will be the feeling itself. So this was already a lot of information. Is there any final things they need to know about Two of Swords? So obviously with this, it looks to me like you absolutely are going to make the right decision. I just can't tell you what that decision will be, but it looks like you went for something positive and it paid off. But obviously everyone's stuff is different, so please, just continue to follow that intuition. It might take a little time, but as you can see here, everything is coming together. Now this one is funny. We have Page of Wands. I think that this is adorable, not only because of the artwork, but if you did watch the video I did a couple days ago, I mentioned, and actually in group 1 I mentioned this as well, I was getting some more insect signs, because like my guides like to give me insects for some reason, like all kinds, like good or bad, or well, I shouldn't say good or bad, but like, negative, positive vibes to it. And I saw a cricket the other day, and I haven't seen a cricket in years, and I saw it outside. I don't think I've ever really seen that in the wild, so to speak. It was just like right outside where I live. And so here it is. Here's your little cricket, Jiminy Cricket. So Page of Wands, yeah, again, we have such high vibrational energy for your entire reading. The only kind of cards that would not be as positive maybe would be this one, and even this was not negative for you because you didn't get a negative sign for that, or message for that. So that's pretty much it. Page of Wands is still a card, and he's green, that says go. So it pretty much is that, kind of like the green light, which I will mention for some of you, you might want to watch group 1 if you were also called to it. If you were not, that's fine. Let that piece go. But if you know someone and you, like, I don't know, some people kind of send readings to each other. If you know someone who picked group 1, then there could be some shared messages. Maybe you guys have to talk to each other, because I was getting some crossover. And if that doesn't resonate, you can disregard. But yeah, I don't think you're going to literally see a cricket. I don't think that. But there could be something here with an article of clothing, maybe. I mean, for only half of you, I'll say, because I noticed the hat and the shoes. But other than that, I'm not getting an obvious sign other than what I've already mentioned. But this one, there could be something, whether it's like a random hat or like a random pair of shoes, or like there's just something that kind of took your attention in that way. I'm not getting a strong sign of it too much, so let me get a final Rider Tarot card here. Anything final about the sign itself that they'll receive? Thank you. We already know what it means, so I don't need to do that, but let's just get final. I was seeing something again about the shoes, weirdly enough. And it looks like he's kind of wearing a skirt, or actually, I don't even know if that's a... Let me see. I don't know what it is about the shoes. Yeah, there could be something about the shoes, or I kind of doubt it's like feet, but like so let's say, for example, oh gosh, it could be any number of things, but something happening with you or someone else's shoes. I mean, that's such a strange thing, but I think that that's actually for the best when the signs are so strange that you're like, it has to be a sign if it's like so out of the ordinary common things to happen, because how often do you really get a sign of shoes and like whatever? But anyway, please let me know if that one ends up resonating. I feel like the other ones is like a little bit more likely, and more sign-y, if you will. And then you have the actual feeling here, and then this, you won't know it as a sign, but you'll know it as the events and the feeling itself of what's gonna transpire after all of this stuff. So I think I'll leave it there. Group 2, very mysterious, but of course intriguing. So I hope that this all made sense for you. Please let me know in the comments. And And please do also really let me know if the signs come through. I'd love to hear those stories. Those stories are always so cool to see. So thank you guys. Again, if you want a personal reading, the link is below. But otherwise, sending you many blessings. Good luck with everything. And I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the Angel Aura Quartz. Okay, so let's take a look here. Spirit, this reading is for group 3, please and thank you. What sign will they receive next and what does it mean? Can we just please have a starting message for group 3 in this question? Okay, Spirit, what is your first message, please, for group 3? Oh, that was fast. The Fool. It kind of feels like some of you have already like packed up and moved out, or you will be. It really struck me right away. The Fool card, pretty much new beginning, lots of happy and weightless energy there. But there was something having to do with packing, something having to do with like packing or putting stuff into like an actual bag or a suitcase, something like this. I'm not sure if that's literally what's happening. I will get the sign itself, but that kind of went right into it. So in terms of what does the sign mean that we're about to get? This can mean a new beginning of any kind. It could mean a new beginning in an obvious sense, such as you're starting a new job, moving to a new place, starting a new business, starting a new friendship, a relationship, a new, even like a part of your lifestyle. So whatever this is something that you've kind of, I do think that you've been dreaming about it, but I also think that there was some element that was unexpected to you, as well as spontaneous. It just kind of took you by surprise, but you really happily took the invitation because it had been something that you were thinking about for a good amount of time, and you knew it would be good for you. But this just kind of swept in. This is definitely a gift of the universe when it happens in this way. Because of the timing and because of it's just like something fortunate, okay? So let's see. Spirit, what sign will they receive next, please? Okay, I got the little flying gnat in my face. That's something that happens a lot to me. I don't know if that's part of the sign because that little gnat was there yesterday too, so I'm going to just get the cards. But it was trying to fly directly into my face when I was asking for the sign, so I thought that was weird. Another group got something with flying stuff, but quite honestly, the guides like to do that, I feel, because it gets our attention. I mean, at least it gets mine. Yep. Okay, there it is. So we have the 10 of Wands. Oh, no. I hope that this isn't back pain. Some of you could be... this could be part of like the stress of what was going on prior. Remember I said weightless? This is the opposite. This could be happening before the sign. So that's really an intriguing sort of way to do this. They did it in like a roundabout way here. So this could be a pre-sign, which the other groups did not get. So yes, back pain. That makes sense. I have definitely felt that. There might be some pronounced back pain or like something with regard to heaviness. May not always be pain, but it could be some sort of heaviness that you're feeling. If it's not literal back pain itself, it could be something where there was just so many things piling on you, whether it's like a to-do list or someone's emotions, or there's just like a heaviness in any case. What is the sign then, Spirit, next? What sign will they receive next about this Fool card? Oh, this is nice. Very calm energy, Queen of Wands. I mean, to me, I was noticing literally cat. I don't know if there's going to be an actual cat. I hope you like cats because it's going to pop out of nowhere. They said something about a cat, or I don't think it's any animal. I think it is cat. And possibly something having to do with a star or something with like the number 5. I'm trying to figure out what this could be. They like to be really complex about it sometimes and like symbolic. I get signs symbolically a lot, so that's what this could be. What is the sign itself? Aha, the number 5. The number 5 for you guys. And weirdly enough, I will say, I will connect the readings just for a moment here. This card came up in all 3 readings so far. So I find that that's really cool. All different messages. Everyone got a different message. You got the literal number 5. okay? I'm glad it came through because I wasn't sure, but I think for a good number of you, the number 5 is going to be significant in some way. Could be like the last digit in something. I don't think it's something like the 5th day or whatever. Yeah, I think it is the actual number 5. Okay, what else do we need to know here? I mean, again, and technically these are flying creatures. Okay. I wonder if you'll actually see a dragonfly too. I think that that's a good sign. I don't see them a lot, but they're so beautiful. I mean, in a weird way to me, you know? Okay, so we have the Magician card. So here it looks like forward, joyous motion. Let's let something grow. A lot of stars here as well. Now they're showing me the spots. The spots on the animal. God, I always forget the one with the spots. Is it jaguar or cheetah? I always get confused. Oh, it's another cat. It's another cat, and it's wearing a bow tie. Let's see here. So what is the message here? So the spots, I really don't know if you're gonna like receive a pattern of that or you're gonna see spots. I hope that's not the case, but they mentioned something with spots itself. So that could be a very random sign that comes through with this whole thing. But I think the more likely sign would be something having to do with an actual animal, which I feel could be very well a cat. All right. I mean, if you have a cat, I don't know if they're going to actually be acting weird one day. Like, 5 again. So we have 5, 5. Okay. And I'm not taking these as 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords traditional meanings or whatever, because to me, I'm just, you know, you guys know I read intuitively. But it does kind of look like someone or something is disgruntled here and kind of grumpy about something, you know, for good reason, because 5s are sort of that way. But yeah, I am seeing it here as the number. So 5, 5, and cat, cat. So there could be simultaneously, or at least within maybe the same day or a few hours, there could be double and double of something. It may not be what I just mentioned. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like something double is coming. Double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Is that how it goes? I'm trying to see if there's like something there in the lyrics for you. Hold on, I have to look it up now. Okay, so I just paused to look it up, and this is from a scene of Macbeth, Shakespeare's Macbeth, and it's mentioning quite a few animals in not the best way because they're doing a spell. It's like the witches who are saying, so that was it came to my mind. This was a quote from one of Shakespeare's works, and they're saying, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. So it's like, you know, kind of gross because they're like using these ingredients in a potion or a charm thing that they're doing. And I only mention that because I think it's confirming the fact that you guys will have an animal that is involved, hopefully in a nicer way, with the sign, okay? So a lot of you, it could be cats, but others of you, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something cat-like. I don't know if it's like a skunk, but it could be any animal that kind of surprises you. So I think I've exhausted that sign. What else is going to happen in the sign, please? And with the spots, I'm really not sure. I don't really know how that can come through, but maybe I'm missing something here. Because the only thing I can think of is seeing spots, whether it's like in your vision when it kind of goes blurry a little bit, or obviously it could be a pattern that someone could be wearing. And then we have the Hierophant here. Okay, so what's going on here? This to me, oh, the number 5. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. All right, so you have 555, which I don't know if 5 is technically like a positive number in numerology, which doesn't even matter at this point. I find this prosperous, 555, so that's really cool, okay? Here it looked like kind of energy pushing forward. That's kind of how this looks, like with a lot of determination. So I'll take that as the biggest sign for you guys. And the animal thing, any final messages about any of this? Okay, the hand grows tired. These cards are too big. What else, please? you're getting a call as I'm doing this, and I don't know if the other groups got it or not. But you got a call. So there could be something with a call, and we have King of Cups. So the final message for you guys could be communication from a masculine energy. I kind of doubt they're going to be a water sign, but there's a possibility with the King of Cups here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What is the call about? The number 2 came up. I don't know if it's like 2 days or 2 weeks. What this has to do with, see, we have it. We're confirmed here. See, you keep getting doubles of things, 2 kings here. So what this call or communication will be about is something having to do with the thing coming to an end. So remember, 10 of Wands, we are hitting that wall of something being completed, something being done, hence the new beginning, the very first card that you got. The Death card does signify an end as well, you know, closing up of that cycle. I always think of death and rebirth, kind of like the sun is setting and then going to be rising in the sky. Now, with King of Cups and King of Swords, I'm not sure if it's 2 masculines or 1. Either way, I heard an actual masculine voice in my ear. It's not always gender, but I heard masculine voice in my ear. I mean, it was a man's voice in my head, but for you guys, it's any masculine energy. Okay, so that's what I think is the final thing. So let me just see if I got this. So we have the signs. We have what that actually was. Again, it could happen all at once or kind of spread out. But like I said, in terms of what it means, we do know that something is ending to begin this new, fresh thing. A lot of happiness here. It could be spontaneous. This could be a surprise. This King energy might have something to do with the unexpected surprise of how the events will move forward now, okay? And shift and change a lot for you in a positive way. Remember, 555, such a strong angel presence there too. Final message or advice or anything here. Thank you, thank you. It happened again. Okay, you have to, because I'll never get tired of it. Like when this kind of thing happens, you keep getting doubles or triple in this case. So strange. Okay, so 10 of Wands again, 10, King, 555. Amazing. That is wild. So I guess that's it. You guys keep on having the repeating numbers or repeating signs. It almost looks like these are like twin masculines or whatever, but don't worry about that part. That just kind of looked to me like that's what it was for a second. But anyway, group 3, wow, this was really, really cool. I do hope that this comes through in the way that, you know, that it resonates for you guys in the near future. If it does, please let me know. That would be great to read about. But otherwise, that's what I have for you guys, okay? So good luck with whatever is going on here. But thank you so much. And if you do want a personal reading, the link is below. Thank you so much again. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Sending you blessings, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the Pyrites. So let's get right into your energy. Spirit, this reading is for group 4. Please and thank you. What sign will they receive next? And can you let us know what it means or what it's about? Thank you, thank you. All right. Spirit, what sign will they receive next? Unique to them, group 4, Pyrite. And what does it mean? What is your first message? Thank you. Okay. 6 of Cups. My first impression here was the rocking chair. Okay. To me, it just felt like something swinging, kind of like, I guess, a pendulum. All right, I need more here. I can't just go off of that. I want to. Spirit, what is the sign that they'll be receiving? Please and thank you. What is the actual sign? Whoa. Okay. We have here 2 of Pentacles and the High Priestess, number 2. So already we are seeing a bit of a similarity. The group right before you got some repeating numbers, but yours in this case is 2, 2, and I am seeing 2 here because of the little picture frame with the 2 dolphins. So I'm gonna just say that you guys are also going to be getting a repeating number 2. You're going to get that in your case. Now another thing here from both of these cards, it kind of looks like these two are looking at each other too. I'm going to add a dream, and I don't think any of the other groups got that so far. There is going to be something having to do with dreams. Either, obviously you could have a dream, but realistically what I think this is psychic communication, okay? It's coming across the realms, like from the ether. This could have already happened. Some of you might have already received psychic communication. You might have actually heard somebody's voice, seen their face, and actually it was almost more like a daydream, to be specific. But others of you, if it's not a daydream, if you're not obviously like awake, you could have had some info come through with your dreams if you remember them. Some people don't, and so that's why daydream could be significant. So already a lot of stuff came through. So let me get a little more information. Spirit, what is the actual sign, please, that they'll be receiving? Some of you, it could be a physical feeling, but not, sorry, these are too many, but not if you already, if this is common for you. When I felt the swinging, there could have been like a very brief feeling of being dizzy or whatever, but please disregard that if that's like, you know, something you may feel kind of regularly physically. But others of you, if it's out of the ordinary, that could be part of this. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands, movement again. Movement and direct communication or energy, right? Okay, so, but what is it? What is it about, please? Thank you. All right, for some reason you guys are getting nothing. Like it's kind of struggling to come out. The signs, the messages, I don't know if that's something you normally deal with, but there's like a great deal of hesitation. These 2 cards look pretty identical in the background. So we have 8 of Wands to 4 of Wands. And I'm still getting the presence, generally speaking, of 2 beings who are communicating with each other. Whether this is someone you know from afar who you have like a psychic connection with, or maybe it's a spirit guide or a friend. But that's pretty much what I'm feeling from this, but they're still not quite giving me the signs. Let me switch the deck here. Spirit, what is the actual sign itself, please, that they'll be receiving in the near future, and what does it mean? Thank you. Okay, so this is going to be your clair ability. Your psychic ability is going to flare up soon, okay? I believe the number 4 could be of some significance, but with this, it's a little unpredictable. It could happen in as soon as like a week from when you're watching this, but again, the timing is a bit, you know, uncertain here. I am getting a distinct feeling of confusion and brain fog from this reading. I'm going to take that as an answer, okay? So it makes sense because before I did mention a physical feeling, a physical sensation of dizziness. Okay, group 4. So I feel like that is part of your sign. Please be careful because, you know, if it is something medical, obviously, please, you know, be careful, be cautious of that because obviously, you know, like just use your best judgment with it is what I'm trying to say. But in terms of just energetically here, I feel you're going to be feeling like an initial brain fog that I would say is not normal. It is not something you usually have to deal with. But this should be followed by something different. If I'm reading this correctly, and I hope I am because I have the brain fog right now, what should come through after that is the clarity. There's a chance that you're going to, I don't know if you're going to like actually receive something audible and you can hear it or maybe see it, you know, something. Sorry, I got interrupted. But what I was saying was that I believe you are going to be having the clarity soon, whether you're going to hear something or see something. And Spirit, what is the actual sign, please? I'm having trouble getting the actual sign other than like this initial piece. Spirit, what is the sign they will receive next? Okay. So group 4, the only sign I'm getting, and I know it's kind of this is a tough one. The only sign I'm getting so far is the number 2, okay? So we have it again. It is confirmed. 222, and over here, what is the meaning? Let me just go right back to that. What is the meaning of this sign? Geez, sorry. What is the meaning of this sign? Spirit, please, and thank you. Guides, please. Guides of group 4. Guides of group 4. Can you please make this clearer? What is the sign? What does it mean? Aha. Okay. They gave you the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you guys tend to get this a lot. The sign itself pertains to your path, your mission, purpose, your fate path, destiny path, and it has to do with how can I put this? There's many different pathways, and I feel like, I don't know if you're still choosing this, but there are many different paths for you. There are many different roads for you right now in terms of where to go with your soul's journey, with your, your destined path. So probably you are still choosing. Some of you might have an idea. Some of you might already know in your intuition, this is where I want to go. If you don't know, this is still, I guess, in a sense, a bit up in the air. Okay, so that is why I feel that now I'm looking at it differently here with the Two of Pentacles both, okay? It does look like this has to do with making a decision, okay? So the sign that you'll be receiving soon is, among other things, I'll get it for you, 222, the repeating sequence of something. And this has to do with the path that you're meant to choose for the next part of your spiritual journey and meaning your destiny or your purpose or mission. So that's kind of a big deal. Like that's very important. So what else do we need to know about the actual sign they'll receive and how they can be guided in the right direction? Guides, what do you want to tell them? I did a reading just a couple days ago of your main spirit guide. You may want to check that out if you haven't seen it, because your main spirit guide probably wants to say stuff to you. They gave you the word journal right now for some reason. If you already have a journal, they want you to go and check that out, okay? Like flip through the journal, okay, if you have an old one. The color green comes to my mind. If you have, I mean, I kind of doubt you literally have a green journal, but they mentioned journal and the word green or color green for some reason. Now, if you do have an old journal, go get it. Like they're telling you to go get it at some point when you feel called to. Now, my recommendation is just to go intuitively. Take it and then just like flip through it and wherever you feel compelled to read. Because if either something catches your eye or you just feel the intuitive pull, and read that passage. Whatever it says, it's going to be relevant to this whole thing. If you don't have an old journal that you can do, there's a chance that you're meant to write something new. And whatever you're writing in that moment, you're going to be channeling. You're going to be channeling crucial information with regard to the path. So that's another thing they just said. Anything else, guides? What sign will they receive next? So for many of you, the sign itself will be part of your old journal entry, okay? And in the journal, they showed me, quote unquote, they showed me, right, the word answer. So whether you had like a paper journal or even like an online journal or even phone notes or something like that, search for the word answer, and they said something having to do with that. So we have the Death card, signifying the ending of a way of being, an ending of a self of the past. Okay? So this is going to change things for you just a bit. I'm exaggerating. I mean, I'm being sarcastic when I say, like, this is probably going to change everything. So this is going to coincide, I believe, with either the ending of this year or whatever ending you happen to be approaching, such as an ending of a place of living, a place of work, a lifestyle, a relationship. Something is coming to an end soon, and this is all meant to come together in terms of the timing and alignment of your Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Three of Swords. So with this Three of Swords, there is something here that is very painful, something that maybe you have not looked at in a while that's going to be relevant soon. What do we need to know about this, please, guides? I feel release. I feel that this is talking about a release, okay? Now, since we do have some powerful planetary things happening soon, if you're watching when I'm posting this, that's the perfect time, I feel, to release things, okay? So whether you do it on the eclipse itself or like, you know, just whenever you feel compelled to, I feel that this rain here is probably going to be emotions, tears, and everything. And I think that it's the perfect opportunity to release and release and release. Now, some of you, not all of you, there's a relevant message here that there could have been conflict with a loved one in the past. That's partly what this has to do with. If it's not a loved one, it could be self, maybe yourself, your child self. But there was conflict, there was heaviness, there was burden, and this is partly what needs to be released. After you release it, I'm seeing wings sprout, okay? Which of course signifies the new beginning and that weightlessness that comes with it, okay? So now we have the Empress and the King of Wands. What is the message with this, please, guides? What do they need to know about this? Some of you, it could be that creation is involved here, because this is like a card of visionary, being a visionary, and this is more of like creation itself. I do feel like something is being created here, whether it's like your own creative inspiration or some new element of yourself. They showed me your embodiment with a crystal inside of you somewhere. Like it kind of looked like it was either the solar plexus or the heart chakra, but I feel like something is growing within you in terms of either light or strength. And that could be like the creation itself is you, something within you that is meant to push forward soon. Okay, anything else about the sign itself that they'll be receiving or what it means? Thank you. They said here it's something that you let go of. I don't know if relevant here is like regrets, but they said something like something you let go of, or I mean, it could be something you lost as well. And then I did notice the Wheel of Fortune again on the bottom. So ultimately what we're seeing is how everything in your path is finally all coming together like the wheel. It's all falling into place. It's all coming full circle, okay? Whatever it was that, I would say there's some of you that you didn't feel ready for a long time, or someone didn't feel ready here, but that should be changing. Now, they're not telling me anything really about the sign, but since that's why we're here, I'm going to do it again. Spirit, what can you tell us, guys? Guides, please, guides of group 4. What are you going to give them as a sign? How will they know? How will they know, please? So with the Eight of Wands, they said something about movement, and then I did see something having to do with wheels. Yeah, something with wheels that is getting your attention. And then shortly after that, and it's really these two signs together, shortly after that, you're going to feel a wave of fire energy. So whether it's like excitement, inspiration, passion, just something that really strikes you unexpectedly and just like creates this inner burning within you, and it takes your breath away, kind of a thing. So something with wheels or movement that is then given to you, and then you feel this right after. So it's like really rapid sequence with these particular two things, in addition to the repeating numbers here. Anything else about the sign and how they'll know that everything is coming together? kind of falling into place. Some of you, there's something here, and we also have 5, 5 together, and 5 here too. Okay. Yeah, so you have some repeating messages with the group before you, I believe. I think they got 5, 5, 5 as well. And since group 1 and 2 I felt were connected, now I'm looking and wondering if group 3 and 4 are connected. If you did feel called to group 3, or you have a friend or someone who picked that, there could be something there that's crisscrossing. That happened with the other 2 groups, which is interesting. So what this was saying was that there was some type of either prayer, meditation, or psychic kind of communication or interaction going on here, because this feels like a card of the divine, and this feels like something even like in the astral realm or something like that. And I believe I did say dreams already, I think, and so that still stands. Yeah, there's something here of a different realm, group 4, and I think this message is only unique to you, I believe. So something happened in a different realm that will be reaching you in this realm, in this 3D, and I'm trying to figure what that is. What is it, though? We have the black cat there. Let's see. I am getting, actually, I'm having the hardest time with this reading. All the other groups, it was much more clear. So group 4, I feel like part of this is going to be really unclear for a little while. Okay, it looks like you're navigating through a wall of clouds is kind of what it is. You really won't be able to see much in front of you, I think, for the next little while, whether it's days or weeks or longer. It's going to be a little difficult to navigate, but keep going, like inch by inch, get through the clouds, get through the, the smog or whatnot. Final message here. It will eventually clear. We have here the Knight of Swords. We have, again, another 5 of Cups. So pretty much what this is telling me is that you are clearing the energy of grief or loss or a lot of emotional pain. There's going to be so much releasing. And then once that happens, you'll be so up and ready to start this new beginning with a lot of energy. More energy than you've had in a while. So that's really nice. And this is not like a temporary energy. This is not like a burst of excitement where it just like fades immediately, or people kind of like forget about it and like don't follow through. This is different. This is you aligning and shifting and locking into place. I felt like the wheel was actually kind of like shifting gears. That's what I felt. And so this is going to be quite significant for you. Okay. So guides, is there any final messages to the actual sign, and just a final confirmation of what it'll be, how they can know? Knight of Wands. Okay, so we have double movement here. They still did say something with wheels, but like I don't know what that means. Any kind of thing with wheels that then leads to that burst of that fresh dynamic or energy. That's all they're really telling me. So I think I can't push it because this one was a tough one for me, but I hope that some of this made sense. Like I said, this energy, this wall of confusion should be dying down soon. At least wait until after the eclipse, which is, if you're watching this when I'm posting it, it's soon. So have patience for that. This energy, it's a bit much, and it should be settling down pretty soon. So I hope I got something for you guys, because I feel like this was the tough one. But yeah, if anything, let me know. And if you want instead a personal reading for extra clarity, you can find the link below. But I think I'll just leave it here. So I hope this was okay. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you guys so much. I have other pick of cards if you want to check any of those out. So if it resonates with your intuition, it could answer some things for you. Thank you again. Thank you to your guides. Sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.